Juicy lip-locking, hand-holding, and love pats on Willy's bum? Royal protocol goes out the window with these saucy tidbits that were too hot for royal fans to handle.
By the way, you be careful what you say now, because these guys, they're filming
I
it.
know!
When it comes to the monarchy, Prince William and Princess Catherine are undoubtedly seen as the gold standard. Parents to 3 adorable children and constantly dazzling in the public eye, they are put together, always on call, and flawlessly professional with one another. Dr. Louise Mahler analyzed their more recent body language, telling Sunrise,
They're showing us how to behave and showing that touch is back, and post-pandemic, this is really important that we're touching each other.
This pair also knows how to poke fun at each other, as fans got a chance to see at the 2023 BAFTA Awards. William serves as the president of the organization, and the couple hadn't attended the ceremony for 2 years. Catherine stunned in Alexander McQueen, and William brought the fashion in a black velvet tux. And as they made their way down the red carpet, Catherine gave William a little pat on the butt. The cute, flirty moment from a usually business-minded couple was a definite fan favorite. Though the public has seen plenty of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle PDA since they left their posts as senior royals, there was some obvious flirting back when they were dating. As they described in their Netflix doc Harry and Meghan, the couple kept their relationship under the radar for as long as possible. Once they made headlines, they soon announced their engagement in 2017, making an appearance for the press. The couple were clearly smitten with one another.
But it's all been worth every effort.
Then, Prince Charles declared in a palace statement via Royal UK, His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales is delighted to announce the engagement of Prince Harry to Miss Meghan Markle. The couple will live in Nottingham Cottage at Kensington Palace. Oh, how the times have changed since. The marriage of Prince Charles and Diana Spencer was fraught from the beginning, so it's no wonder they didn't show much PDA. Still, when they did, the cameras didn't miss it. Though they certainly kept to themselves during royal engagements and events, the couple got cozy when they were on the polo field. An avid player, Charles enjoyed the sport, and Diana was always on hand to present trophies to the winners. In 1985, Charles hugged and kissed Diana after a match at Cirencester Park. That same year, the two exchanged another public kiss. They then kissed again at a charity match at Windsor, and yet again in 1986 after a match in Oman. Though they weren't the most affectionate, the two seemed to rekindle the romance when polo was at play. Speaking of rare occurrences of affection, for the late Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip, it was formality first. The two were incredibly stoic when it came to showing their love, and they followed royal protocol to a T. Of course, Elizabeth was still a princess when she and Philip got married, and her father was the reigning monarch at the time. With that said, she and her new husband appeared to be on the royal clock even during their honeymoon.
It makes it a positive experience rather than just having to, struggle through it.
After their wedding, the two made their way to Balmoral. That's when Elizabeth and Philip linked arms, looked at each other, and smiled. When it comes to these two, that was just about as steamy as it got. Elizabeth said in a statement at the time, "We can find no words to express what we feel, but we can at least offer our grateful thanks to the millions who have given us this unforgettable send-off in our married life." Throughout her life as a royal, Catherine has certainly taken cues from her late mother-in-law Diana. She's often channeled the people's princess in her fashion choices, and of course in her jewelry. But Catherine may have looked to the late royal icon for tips on appropriate decorum in 2022. When William hit the polo field, she took the cue to get a little frisky with her hubby. The couple stunned at the Guards Polo Club, with Catherine wearing Amelia Wickstead, and once the match was over, she congratulated William with a kiss. Clearly, it's game on with the PDA when it comes to polo. Harry and Meghan are known for packing on the PDA for the cameras, but in 2018, when the couple were touring Australia, one simple gesture made serious waves. As Harry was giving a speech at Victoria Park, the sky opened and it started to pour. Meghan jumped into action, holding an umbrella over Harry while he continued speaking. After the mayor asked if Harry wanted to borrow his own umbrella, Harry responded,
"Thank you. Cheers. That's all right. I got my wife."
I got it.
Any moment between Queen Elizabeth and Philip was a big deal, and while they had displayed the odd affectionate exchange here and there during their years together, it wasn't until 1999 that fans got to see some sort of kiss shared between the two. Not partaking in the famous balcony kiss after their own wedding, a tradition which was later started by Charles and Diana, Elizabeth and Philip never locked lips in public, but on New Year's Eve 1999, Philip placed a kiss on Elizabeth's cheek at midnight, celebrating at the Millennium Dome in Greenwich. This sweet moment was certainly a sight to behold. In the years since Harry and Meghan abandoned their royal duties, a battle has certainly played out between them in the palace, which means whenever there's a royal reunion, everyone's watching.
I've had to make peace with the fact that probably never going to get genuine accountability or a genuine apology.
About 3 months before Queen Elizabeth died in September 2022, the royal family came out for her Platinum Jubilee, marking the Queen's 70 years on the throne. Harry and Meghan traveled from California for the festivities, and they attended the National Service of Thanksgiving at St. Paul's Cathedral. Meghan wore Dior, but it was the chemistry between her and Harry that caught fans' attention. The two held hands, a royal no-no, as they made their way to their seats. Meghan also placed her hand on Harry's back, and the couple were later seen hand in hand again as they left the church together. After COVID travel bans were lifted, William and Catherine hit the ground running, touring Belize, Jamaica, and the Bahamas. Given the backlash they received on their visits regarding the royal family's association with colonialism, it makes sense that fans saw a little bit more PDA between the couple than ever before.
Our trip was an opportunity to reflect, and we learnt so much. The past weighs heavily on the present.
The duo were meeting with educators at Shortwood Teachers College in Jamaica, where Catherine placed a hand on her husband's back. The gesture was certainly an indication that she was offering extra support during a challenging time for the family. It was the reunion no one thought would happen. Upon Queen Elizabeth's death in September 2022, William, Catherine, Harry, and Meghan reunited for a walkabout on the Windsor grounds. As expected, the body language shared between the two couples, and as a foursome, was heavily dissected. As far as William and Catherine were concerned, it was business as usual, but Harry and Meghan were touching each other nearly the entire time. The body language guy further broke down these public interactions, posting to his channel, "Harry touching Meghan's back. Catherine is relaxed. She is in the middle between William and Meghan and Harry. Very few times this happened. This only happened at the end of the walkabout. Kate's posture is normal royal protocol." Any fan of the royal family knows that things between Charles and Diana went south very quickly, but the couple knew how to turn on the charm, as fans witnessed during their famous dance while on a tour of Australia in 1983. But what was perceived to be outward affection wasn't interpreted in the same way by body language expert Judy James. She told Express, "The underlying signals suggest ongoing tension even during this rare moment of physical togetherness and fun. What the body language in this dance did show was Charles's strong desire to take control and register who was really in charge in the relationship." You can always count on sports to bring out William and Catherine's fun side. The two have often been seen in the stands at Wimbledon, cheering on competitors during the biggest international tennis competition.
We'll see that.
Wimbledon has seen the couple at their most interactive and animated. There was the men's singles final match in 2017, where William couldn't contain the giggles, and the time they were on their feet cheering in 2014. In 2021, Catherine was seen laughing, with both of them sharing a joke in 2022. William even kissed Catherine twice on the cheek that year, too. We certainly couldn't forget King Charles and Camilla on a list of royal PDA, having literally started their relationship embroiled in scandal and fighting the general lack of approval among the British public. This pair has truly seen it all. But like most royal couples, the duo hasn't shared many intimate interactions in public. Instead, these two prefer to stick to protocol and typically keep things pretty formal. All of that history made Charles's display of affection towards Camilla in a formal portrait all the more surprising. And according to body language expert Judy James, it was probably intentional. After he became king following his mother's death, Charles posed with Camilla, William, and Catherine to celebrate the two most important couples within the monarchy. And in a surprising gesture, Charles wrapped his arm around Camilla's waist. At the time, not only had the Queen just died, but Harry was also gearing up to release his bombshell memoir, Spare. Judy James explained via The Mirror, "As any tribe or dynasty knows, a show of unity, continuity, and strength is vital once it loses a leader." Charles's unusual PDA of placing an arm around Camilla's back, mirroring her arm around his, could be seen as a message in the same direction, as there have been rumors that Harry could have been critical of Camilla in his new book.